This is a filter made by a company called Molekule, Molekule, and it is a device that removes pollutants from the air. It works on something called PICO, which is photoelectrochemical oxidation. And what's different about this is it has a standard pre-filter in the bottom. And you can twist it. I'm going to use it with one hand. Of course, it had to be around the other side. And here's your standard pre-filter. That traps all the stuff. But this part here is where something interesting goes on. This filter is treated with nanoparticles, and inside in here, which you really can't see, are a bunch of light emitting diodes, and they are of UV. And what happens is the UV activates the light, or the nanoparticles on the secondary filter, and then what happens is the PICO technology literally destroys mold, viruses, and most importantly, VOCs. VOC stand for volatile organic components, and that would be chemicals, pretty much. So in a traditional HEPA filter, which you can find pretty much anywhere, you have a filter that filters down to a certain micron range, and then it just traps the particle in the filter. And that's it. Sometimes they'll add in a carbon filter as well in order to filter out some of the gases or other chemicals. So the main HEPA filter traps the dust and the virus, not the viruses, the what do you call it? Allergy causing stuff, okay? And then the carbon filter takes out the smell, and then sometimes we'll take out some of the the chemicals. But the problem is the HEPA filter will still continue to remove the dust from the air, but that carbon filter wears out. And now, so let's assume you have somebody using nail polish remover or something, and what would happen is the carbon filter would initially take in and remove the fumes from that and then expel it back into the air clean. But once that filter gets saturated, then it's not doing anything more except trapping the large particles of dust, dander and whatever, allergens and stuff like that. So the key to this thing is the fact that it actually takes out the chemicals. So what they do is, you can see there's a blue light in here, and that blue light is the UV that's hitting that inner filter, and what it does is to actually destroy viruses, bacteria, volatile organic components. Take that, couple it with the pre-filter, so you're filtering the air as well. Well, there's been some videos on the internet where people were saying that this thing is not effective, because what they did was they tested it and they checked the particle count to see how much it filters out of the air. What they're checking though is just particles. They're showing, dust or whatever. Well, guess what? Tonight we are going to test this. This is a MET1 GT321 particle monitor, recently calibrated. It's in calibration right there. Okay, and you turn it on, and we'll do a baseline here. So this is reading down to 0.3 microns. We're just in the air by itself. Let's try away from the filter. What happens is the air is pulled in through this tube and goes into a laser particle counter, and it tells you how many thousands of particles are in the air. And this is used typically in a clean room situation. So you can see in this room by itself, we are at 100 over 100,000 particles flying through the air, 110, whatever it is. Now, let's show a typical air conditioner. And we're going to do the same input here. See what we get. And of course it takes a few seconds. Because it samples every few seconds. So you can see that this filter is not doing a really good job at removing heat particles in the air. Even after they clean it up, you do such a great job. Alright, so that's done sampling. Now, this is where the controversy comes, where people are saying that this device here, and you're going to have to look at this upside down, like it or not, saying that this device here is, just to put this on auto, okay, so the fan's running about the same speed. This is not even the max speed. We put this on the intake here, and we're going to start the test. Maybe I can flip the phone over so you can see it. There you go. Continuous. I really wish I can't see myself, but it looks like, there you go. So you can see right from the start that, yeah, we went from over 116,000 down to 8,000. We hit stop. That's on auto. Alright, now flip it over. We're going to put it on silent. Alright, I'm going to hit. Okay. Upside down again because. So this is on silent now. Which I don't honestly know what the hell the difference is between silent and auto. 5,000. Pretty good. Not perfect, but nothing is perfect. 6,000. So we went from 116,000 down to 6,000 particles, okay? I would say that's pretty good. Let's stop this. Let's put this sucker on high. Boost. And flip it over again. It's going to be a lot louder. This is like a really high speed fan. I'm guessing that this thing is not going to be as effective on the high setting because it's moving stuff past the thing faster. Hold on a second. Bump the button here. So here we go. This is max setting. Continuous counting. 10,000. Okay, not too far, not too bad. So this device is removing 100,000 particles automatically on max setting. That's pretty good. So it's circulating the air. Now, if you were to put it down here at the intake, I would bet that your numbers would be practically nothing. Not. That's the intake, so look at that. So the air going in is 114,000, over 100,000. The air coming out, upside down, again, it takes time for it to settle down because of the sampling. And we're talking 0.3 microns. This is so hard to hold this. Still not low enough like it was a minute ago. It almost has to be like started over again. Off, on, start. Oh my gosh, this is impossible. so you guys can read. There you go, 11,000. And just to prove it without changing anything, we're gonna go back up to the air conditioner. 70, 111. So it obviously works. If there's any videos out there that say it don't work, I'm sorry, I'm calling bullshit, because that is NIST traceable. That calibration certificate, this device, works in a clean room. It's proof that it works. Now, there may be other filters out there that will filter lower than 10,000 particles or whatever it is, but they're not taking into account the most important thing is of this volatile organic components, which is the nasty shit that you're breathing in. And I hate to tell you, but even stuff like this crap wood made in China is emitting all kinds of gases and chemicals and shit, and you're breathing it in. This mattress is a memory foam mattress. When you first get it, it literally smells like, garbage. And then a few weeks later, it starts to, the off-gassing goes away, and it's fine. But, I'm actually thinking this thing works. At least from my limited testing. They're showing charts on their website. So they went from concentrations parts per billion, 1,000 down to 1 part per billion in less than 1 hour. So turning this thing on and leaving it on, especially in a bedroom or something where you spend a good 8 hours or whatever it is, I think is pretty good for, keeping pretty clean air. Does it filter out the coronavirus? I don't know. All I know is that, if you got allergies, you're knocking the particles down 100,000 parts. That's a lot. It's a ton of particles. Nothing can go perfect. Even if you went to a ISO class 7 clean room, it's still going to have particles in there. So now I would be curious. I wish I had the small one. These are not cheap, by the way. These freaking filters. You buy the filter, it's quite expensive, and then you pay $100 a year, and they send you filters for the entire year, which I think is cool. It's got an app. It tells you when, it basically reorders it automatically. Your pre-filter's low, your main filter's low. You just pop it open, change it, send it back. It's cool as hell. Whereas HEPA filters, you gotta go buy another one. You have no idea when it's time to go. This is all Wi-Fi enabled. They have a new one called a Molekule Mini. I'd love to have it, but I just don't have the money for it. Love to test it with this tester, but I don't know. But I can say from my limited testing, this device works, and I'm glad I bought it years ago. And especially now, if I were ever really, really sick in an operating room or something like that, bring this to me. Put this sucker on high and put it next to my bed. It might filter out the freaking MRSA viruses and all that shit that's going around and keep me alive. Who knows? I'm surprised that they don't use this technology in planes, so people don't get sick and recirculate shit. I'm surprised they don't use it in hospitals. HEPA's good, but this is one better. In fact, in my opinion, they should combine HEPA with this. I think that'd be the best, but I'm trying to make it smaller. This thing is huge. Filters from like here to here, and then the fan pre-filter. All right, guys, thanks for listening. I feel comfortable with posting this on YouTube without contacting. I was afraid it was going to fail, and I would have to call the Molekule people and go, "Hey, what the hell's up?" But that's proof to me that it worked. Really curious on the new one. I wish I had one. It'd be cool. I put one in one room and the other, but too expensive.